What do you mean pollution?
Are we done communicating for now?
Miscreant.
Miscreant.
Troublemaker. Miscreant. Troublemaker. Okay.
Who, us or you?
Who wants to step forward? And who's trying to cause trouble? Who's the spirit in charge here? Do you have a name, please?
Flash.
Flash.
I need a name, please.
Current.
Current. Interesting.
Are you a newer spirit?
Soggy.
Soggy.
Did you drown in the mine?
Might not be mine related to San Pedro. This was the doctor.
Wasn't the kids. The Brady boys weren't brought here.
No. But people have perished in that San Pedro. But every once in a while you get that.
Somehow what?
Every once in a while you get that like alcohol body odor scent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the drinker.
Assess.
Assess.
Doc, is that you?
And it could be also mean speculating.
Assess means
soggy,
look at.
like soggy.
To assess somebody means you look at them.
Yeah.
You assess a situation. You look at a situation. You determine by it. You look at it. Assessing something, you're taking a look at something to determine something.
Yeah.
Assess the situation.
Development.
Doctors assess.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, is that you? If it is, go ahead and turn on the light. Interpret. That's the doc.
The doctor, not doc, but
Doctor, how are you?
Laughable.
Thank you, Doc.
yes. So I'm just curious, who was the one who was bothering our dog when he was here? He had to go home because you guys wouldn't leave him alone. Especially whoever was here. You're not in trouble, I just want to know.
Boundary.
Okay.
Whose boundaries?
Did you see him as unclean?
Lifestyle.
Are pets not allowed in the doctor's office?
Obsolete.
They're obsolete. We are talking to someone who's educated.
Doctor, do you have a name?
So he's probably shooing him away. Mass.
So it looks like it looks like we have a line of communication with the doctor.
Now, what do you mean by mass?
Appeal.
Second opinion?
Exultant.
Consultant.
Exalted.
Exultant.
Oh, exalt.
No sense.
Oh.
Doc, if that's you, go ahead and turn on that light for me that's on the table, please. Or any of the other devices we have in this room.
That's not the fire alarm.
Any.
Any? Yes, any.
Any, your pick, Doc.
Cushion.
Oh. Aw.
Excuse me.
Cushion. What about the cushion?
I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and switch chairs in a minute. I'm gonna sit in your chair.
Chairman.
Oh, you're funny, Doc. If you don't want me sitting in a chair, light up one of the devices, either the music box or the device that's sitting on that
Plantation.
dresser.
Plantation?
That made no sense.
Beam.
Beam.
Like I said, if you don't want me sitting in the chair, light up the turn on that flashlight for me, please. Thank you.
Actually.
Actually, that's twice.
What, actually you don't want me to, or actually I can?
I would go ahead and move over. Because the light has gone. That's what you asked for.
All right, Doc. Now I'm gonna sit in your chair.
Absolute.
Why, thank you, Doc. That was a yes.
Shiny.
Does anybody else besides the doctor like to? Would anybody else besides the doctor like to step forward, please? I understand there's a young girl here. If so, do you guys let the young girl step forward and start talking with us, please?
Caring.
Caring.
Kneel.
Neil.
We're not gonna start getting out of line, are we?
Red.
Red.
Like the color. Interesting. All right, we're gonna stop this line of communication right now. Doc, I'd like to thank you for stepping forward.
Or.
Oh, over.
Or do you have anything else to say, Doc, before we shut down this session? We're gonna go ahead and take a break and step outside, okay?
Cultural. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
That
what?
means you're educated. You're cultural, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the Doc, he's educated.
Offensive.
Oh!
Offensive. Oh my.
Snow.
Hang on.
Snow?
No, you just got put in your place.
Is that snow though? S-N-O-W?
SNOW.
No offense, but that was just a movie quote.
We need to shut you down. You're gonna learn today, boy. Like I said, this channel is not made for kids.
But that was perfect. That was perfect.
Or with parental guidance.
Yeah.
Clueless.
Industry.
Industry.
It's the second time.
What industry?
We're still talking the saloon, right, Doc? And if it's not the doctor who was practiced here, then the only other doctors in town was a gentleman named John Henry
Describe.
Holiday.
George Goodfellow.
Good fella.
George M. Goodfellow.
Famous.
Goodfellow didn't
Yeah,
practice here
Matthews
though.
was
He was the top surgeon here in Tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Convince.
convince.
Like they're trying to convince you.
We
Okay.
talk.
Obey. Obey what?
We talking John Henry Holiday. We talking Dr.
Good fella.
Goodfellow. Are we talking about the doctor whose practices was back in the day? Because if it's Doc Holiday, if it's John Henry, you and I, we've talked before.
It's a vehicle
Tramp.
Tramp.
Oh
That's
my
Doc.
gosh.
That's Doc.
I don't know.
That's Doc.
I think sometimes we could pick up conversations if they're.
That's Doc.
He knows him.
Tramp.
Yeah, that's Doc.
He knows the tramp.
Yeah, that's Doc. Mr. John Henry Holiday, how you
Recent.
doing? Recent.
Recent.
John Henry Holiday, how you doing, Doc?
Cream.
Cream. Again, that's.
You got White there with you, Doc?
Dependent.
Dependent.
Once again, Doc, I'm going to ask you, is Wyatt with you? What about Virgil or Morgan? Because we know that Virgil walks down Fifth from the
Passage.
passage.
What about Luke Short?
No, that was I just mentioned that Virgil likes to walk down Fifth. Passage was what came up.
Yeah.
So we got Doc and we got Virgil. Virgil Earp, how you doing, Marshall?
Big.
Thing.
Thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Thing. THING. What thing?
What thing? What thing, Virg?
Couple.
Kate.
You talk about if we're still talking to Doc, is that Kate you're talking about? And in the background, there's some really horrible karaoke. Someone just screaming.
I hear it.
Sounds like somebody stepped on a cat.
Most people are
Decay.
Decay.
Oh, that's.
Painstaking.
Painstaking.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's Kate.
That's good.
That's Kate.
That's Kate.
I love it.
Oh, hey Kate, how are you doing, darling? Pleasure to actually finally communicate with you after all these years. So we've got Doc, Virgil, and Kate.
Adjustment.
Yeah, there's a tobacco-y.
Mm-hmm. That's Doc.
That's sweet tobacco.
Yeah.
It's Doc and Kate.
Defective.
Defective.
Right in this corner.
Doc, if that's you, go ahead and turn on that light for me, please, or we can sit and talk all night. We want to call it for now, my good sir.
Minister.
I think we're getting
Wipe.
wife.
Wipe.
A wipe.
We're
Some-
getting snippets of conversations.
I think so. What it,
They're talking in between.
you're right, but what it almost sounds like, if because of the words that came up, cream, wipe, some of those interesting. It's almost like he's in the middle of a procedure or
But this Doc Holiday came through.
Awareness.
Awareness.
awareness. Like it's residual.
Mhm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like and that's even where the word soggy could have came from. If someone's bandages were soggy, he would have
It's
to
all conjecture, though.
True.
Crossover communication.
Yeah, it could be whatever we want to think it is. Whatever we want to make it in our head. That's the thing about this. It throws out random words.
Now,
Right.
does that also work as how they say a Ouija board would work as well?
Scarf.
Where the word can be misconstrued,
or misheard.
like misheard by that and then misinterpreted.
It
Like-
could be.
Like decay sounds like
Okay.
Kate as well.
Yeah, it could be. The thing about like boxes like this, call them responses.
Yeah,
There's no word bank on it,
right.
so it's not. It's a lot of people say, well, it's picking words out of a word bank.
Silence.
No.
Silent.
Uh-oh.
There's
I
no-
understand that.
There's no word bank, but a lot of time there are a lot of words that we use, a lot of terminology that we use in current day,
Right.
they may not be familiar with. So whatever the closest word is that they're trying to respond to, that's what it's gonna
Trains.
Yeah, kind of like a translator.
Right?
trains.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it'll spit that out like that. Yeah.
Because like they say we go play with a Ouija board, word may be misspelled.
Yeah.
They have a word that sounds like the word that it means, of how it's heard and translated and relayed out electronically through the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
One word
depend.
cannot be the actual word that's being said.
Right. Well, and depending on who
Misty.
we're Misty. Also, depending on who we're speaking to. Okay, for example, if it's a child, they might not pronounce the word right, or and things that with some of the different
Inform.
accents,
So much
the
better.
different languages.
That was in form.
Oh, quick little flash. So
Turn that light on for me, please, if you want. If you'd like to let me know that you're here. You've done it a couple of times, or if it's too bright and if you want us to turn off, if you want us to turn off all the other lights.
illiterate as
Save.
well.
Well, exactly. See, that's how it is.
Save.
It's like they like if it hears.
We can run a session when we go dark if you'd like. It's up to you.
So
Far.
distorted.
Far.
R.
Far.
Star.
F.
AR. How's that? Now, if it's too dark in that corner, turn on that torch that's on the table, please.
True.
If it's too dark for you, like I said, please turn on that torch on the table. You've done it a couple of times. Or we have a device over there. We have a music box. Or
Opening.
Open it.
opening. All right, we're gonna go ahead and shut down this communication session right now. Thank you for stepping forward, Doc. Thank you for stepping forward, Virgil. I appreciate it. That was very nice of you. And we'll talk to you all in a couple of minutes. All right, we're gonna take a break for now. So thank you for communicating. We're gonna close this session at this time. Thank you.
Internal.
Internal.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and